What's up, y'all? It's your girl Ree, and I'm back with another video. As y'all can tell from the title, y'all already know what I'm finna talk about. It's story time on how I had a stalker. So this like a regular day. I'm doing what I do. I'm at studio. This dude come up to me. Oh my God, you're so beautiful. You're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. Well, I love your shape. I love your figure. I love. You know how men do? They just get to talking. So he's saying all this stuff and I'm just like, thank you, cool. Then he starts to, like, you know, try to get into a deeper conversation, like, you know, what do you do, what's your phone number, da. Mind you, I don't give him my phone number. I was like, you can have my Instagram, my Snapchat, Twitter, whatever social medias you want, but the phone number, I don't do that. Gave him my Instagram or whatever. He starts telling me about himself. The whole time he kind of talking, mind y'all, I'm on the clock, so I have to pay attention. I can't just be sitting up here having a conversation with you. I'm trying to make sure ain't nobody walk out on me with a tab. You feel me? So he's talking. He like, I want to get to know you. I want to take you out. I wanted this. I wanted that. I'm explaining to him, like, you know, I really appreciate the gesture, but I'm just not in that phase of life right now. I'm just kind of enjoying me being single. Me just, you know, I've always been in a relationship and had to think about me and the other person. Now that I have some me time that I can focus on me and do things that I like, do things with my friends, like, you know, I don't want to rush into no relationship. I don't even want to begin to get to know somebody. Like, I promise you, I'm just not at that place right now. Maybe I'll get there later on in life, but right now I'm just not at that place. Y'all, he was not understanding. Like, he was not taking no for an answer. He was like, oh, you can't let, he was just talking like, oh, you can't let stuff from the past get in the way of something good in the future. And I'm like, if I say no, just take it as a no, because me, I'm a Taurus. Like, I'm a Taurus. Once my mind is set on something and I say no, I literally mean no. Like, if you know me, ask my parents. Ask my parents how I am. When I say no and I made up my mind that no is no, trust me, it ain't nothing you can do to convince me. So he trying to convince me like, I could take you on a date, I could do this, I could do that. I'm nothing like your ex, I'm nothing like your last, I'm gonna treat you better, I'm a this, I'm a that. And I'm like, again, I appreciate it, but I'm just, I just don't want to do it. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to get involved with nobody right now. I just like enjoying the time that I'm having with just me. So he was like, okay, cool. That conversation was done. He was kind of asking me like, okay, well, what you about to do after studio? So I'm like, I'm going home. I'm tired, I'm going home. Then eventually that conversation died. Oh, hold on. Let's backtrack. So while we were having that conversation, he did manage to stick, I want to marry you, somewhere into that conversation. Mind you, I'm a random person that you do not know. You don't know my first name, you don't know my last name, you don't know my middle name, you don't know where I'm from. Like, I could be a serial killer. I'm just saying. I'm not a serial killer, but I'm just saying, like, you don't know any information about me. He's talking about something, I'm so in love with you right now, like, we can go to the courthouse and get married right now. And I'm like, that's kind of scary. Like, I don't know if y'all know, but as a man, if you come onto a woman too strong sometimes, it's kind of scary. Because I was kind of like, I'm gonna take one step back, just one, for right now, because you don't know me, I don't know you. You talking about going to the courthouse tomorrow? That's wild. Like, that's wild. You got people who've been together for 4+ years and can't even commit to each other, and you literally met me an hour ago and you talking about the courthouse? Red flag number 1. Red flag number 2, he was talking, but mind y'all, I got people with tabs open, so I'm not trying to be sitting up here looking dead ass at you in the face and my people walk out with a $300-400 tab. Like, no. He talking and I'm listening, but it's like I'm also kind of, you know, gauging around and just watching my surroundings and just, you know, making sure like my people still good. He was like, you're not even paying attention, you're not even looking me in the face, like, you looking around. And I'm like, you came to my job talking to me while I'm on the clock and you talking about I'm looking around? Like, I'm kind of on the clock. I'm kind of busy, kind of working here. Red flag number 2, and we're not together. We're not even talking. We have not even entered the talking stage, and you already tripping. You already tripping. Like, you already tripping. So I noticed that he will always get very upset and like irritated if I don't text back within 5 minutes. And I'm like, I already told you, like, I've been as real and as transparent as I could with you from the jump. And I let you know, like, I'm not interested in you. Like, I'm not interested in a relationship or none of that stuff. I told you we can be friends, and you agreed to be friends. Now you just pushing it. You pushing it. Like, every day you texting my phone, why you ain't text me good morning? Why you ain't text me good night? Why you ain't told me that you made it home? Why? I'm like, hold on. Like, I've been, anyways. So I had to let him know, like, look, again, I told you yesterday how I felt about the situation. I don't want this situation to go any further. Like, you're trying to take it there and you're trying to like push for it to go into a relationship, but it's not. It's really not, you know? So cool, y'all. 2 to 3 weeks go by, I ain't heard nothing from this dude or nothing. So again, I'm back at studio doing a light show, y'all, in the middle of my light show. So I'm like, and then I look and I'm like, isn't that the dude? So now I'm just kind of like, okay. I was kind of irritated because I'm like, okay, you're back and you finna try to do the same thing that you was doing earlier, persuade me to basically be with you. And I said no. Like, so again, he comes, he's talking to me. He like, you don't ever text back, you don't ever this, and I don't like that. And I'm just like, you don't ever give me attention. Like, what's going on? You must have another man, and just all this crazy stuff and delusional. Like, we just met and you already playing the delusional role. I'm definitely not gonna be with you. Definitely not. And then you bring up all of this stuff to studio. Like, why is you bringing this stuff to studio? That night ended as well. He was like, what you finna do? Again, I'm finna go home. And even if I'm not finna go home, I'm not finna tell you where I'm finna go. This third night, again, I'm at studio and I saw him. We exchanged words briefly, and to my understanding, it looked like he got the hint that, okay, she truly don't want to be with me, or she truly don't want to be bothered. So that's what I thought. Okay, cool. So I worked studio that day, came home, and then I'm like, I remember I had to do my hair that day. So I was like, okay, let me go to the hair store and get the stuff for the hair, to do my hair. Why I walk outside my apartment and this boy or this man is here? It's like a rush of, I don't know how to explain it, but a rush just literally went through my body, and my body went numb and cold for a quick second. Cause I'm like, what you doing here? Like, and in my head, I'm like, there's no way you live here. Like, there's just no way that you live here. Cause I've been living here and I ain't never seen you. There's no way that you live here. And if you did live here, how is it that you live in my building? Like, why are you here? Like, you're here in my building? Like, so, y'all, I'm telling you, like, I was in shock. And I was kind of just trying to keep walking. And I was rubbing my eyes because, like I said, I got home and I took a nap and I woke up and I said, I'm going to the hair store to go get stuff to do my hair. So I'm walking and I'm rubbing my eyes like, I know this is not this man. I just know it's not. And he calls, he was like, Serena? I said, oh, heck no. I said, what are you doing here? He goes, oh, my sister live over here. Mind y'all, studio and where I stay is the exact opposite side of town. Like, the exact opposite side of town. Like, if I had lived close to studio, like in the same area, and I ran into you in that vicinity, then I could say, okay, you know, maybe he live around this area. But when I tell you studio and where I live is on the opposite side of each other. So how did you get on this side of town? How you get on this side of town? Like, you feel me? And it's just crazy how right when I'm walking out my apartment, you standing right there. Like, it's just giving, I followed you home. Like, that had to be what it was giving. So then he was like, oh, my sister live over here. And I'm like, again, I've been living here and I've never not once seen you. Like, never ever seen you. What a coincidence. What a coincidence. Because Houston is really, really big. And out of all the places your sister could live, she so happens to live in the same apartments that I live in on the across the side of town at that. And then on top of that, the same building as me. Like, that's just too, it's just too precise. It was the craziest thing ever. Like, I don't know if you ever been shocked, but like, that's how I felt. Because again, you kept coming to studio, you kept bothering me, and then boom, you just pop up right in my building. I am not going to ever get rid of you. I'm not going to ever get away from you, because now you know that I live here and your sister live here. So y'all, I was kind of scared, but I was just like, bro, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm cutting you off. Like, this is done. We won't be talking on social media anymore, because this is just the craziest thing ever and just weird. Like, it's just kind of weird. So after that, we had stopped talking, y'all, and the other day he hit me up like, you're really breaking my heart and hurting my feelings. And I'm just like, yeah, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.